Hi Minefriggs, Pan again, and we are at the botanical garden still. We have visited already the TARDIS, we know how to move very fast in this map, and now I show you a little bit the ways you can use to walk on foot. So just come with me, come on. So, like in every map, you will find a lot of ways to walk, and the first thing we will do is walk outside of this botanical garden and see what else is in this map. It's a lovely day today. We are really lucky because usually it's all the time raining in this area. Um, yes, and that's actually the right place because this is the back side, but I'm looking for a way to come. Ah, here it is. So it's not all too easy to find. What you have to find is this smaller building, this office building of the botanical garden, and really go outside, and where it ends, go to the grass. You see this little river or rook, and then you see there is a walking path. I mean, there's really not more. So that is how it looks from the backside. Really do not miss that because you can get so lost in this map. I tell you from experience. All right, so just follow this footpath. It's very easy. There is actually no other way or no confusion. You could have taken actually a boat. If you have a boat and go on this river, it will end up at the same place. But at this point of the game, we don't have a boat unless your world guide gave you a boat. So, wow. If you go too fast, you're jumping all the time because it's a very small path. But you can see here, you have already the first sign, and this is also a key for this game. You have a lot of signs. They are usually in German. I hope I will translate them all one day. So far, I started translating part of the gaming part with questions and quizzes and these kind of things, but not the signs yet. But it's very easy to move. I mean, that's like Dorf, that means village, and wherever it says Dorf, that means the center of the town. And every town has a name. You usually can see the name from a very far distance. Here we are too close, but it means Astera. Astera is the first village, and as you already might have found out on our website, every town has a name related to its plant family or flower family, and what you can learn about these plants in this village, because they are like kind of experts in these plants. So this is also going to the botanical garden, and it says that it took us 5 minutes more or less. So it depends how much you run and how far you really have to go, but this is an average indication, an approximation on how long it will take. So it is night again, but I prefer to have day to show you the map in a better way. That's it. And so you can also see like images of the real plants, and here are the plants, you see, and the name. Now here is no name. Usually there's some name tag. This is a cornflower actually, and you will find a lot of little tricks and issues. For example, you can take these cornflowers, you might need them further on for, well, for doing some coloring or so. Where has it gone? It's actually not going anywhere. I do not want, that is a bug. Actually, you should be able to take these flowers and to keep them, sorry, in your inventory, but that might be an issue because of your game mode. Usually you play that in survival. Well, you can leave that actually without flowers. The only thing you have to do is to shower them, to water them, and then they will grow again. So this is really a practical tool you will find from time to time. You get honey. If you have a honey bug, you can just take it and eat. So you can see there are more plants over there. Just don't step on them, they will easily get broken. And this is a quite lively town. Yeah, here as well you have to water the plants. If not, the villagers are doing it. These are very kind people in general. You can ask them questions and they will just lead you around. But so another important point in each of these villages is that there is a big house, like a kind of town hall or church or some special building. Look out for these special buildings, because in these special buildings you will find special people. I mean, they are just special because they can tell you something about the mission, they can give you resources in a very special way. So, and they have usually history. So let's see, that seems to be a big house. And you see, yes, and she has a name tag, Hildegard von Bingen. Probably your world guide will tell you that you have to find out more about this Hildegard von Bingen. And yeah, that's it. Just find these big buildings and you will find big people. And we find already the next signs. If you see blue signs, well, turquoise or green, whatever color that is for you, that means that you have to go on boat. If they are like brown, wooden color, then you have to go on foot, all right? So usually if you have to go on boat, there is some way how to get a boat. That is also very important. Just take one boat out and let's go to next place. We have a choice now. We can go to Rubia, which is the next town, but we don't want to do that yet because there is another very important thing related to the villages, which is the Blüten diagram. That means actually flower diagram. Each village, not each village, but almost each village has a flower diagram related to the flower family it represents or it is expert in. So for this part of the game, I should actually have asked Orple, who is much better in gaming. I mean, as a player, I'm more the game maker and program everything, but that is not really my expertise. I really see I'm taking classes in moving around faster and killing monsters faster, but I'm still very, very slow, and yeah, this is a shame. So don't laugh, please. I'm learning too. I show you what I know and you will show me what you know, alright? That's a deal. We have a deal now. Okay, you see there is another TARDIS, which is really, really a good thing to have. And another boat from somebody who thought that a boat is just something you can leave there and mess up with the game and so on. Please don't. Take your things with you. This is why you have your backpack and you will need it further on. So put everything in there and you will see. From here you can also see that you could actually have walked. It's not very far distance and there is a way to walk. You see there's a little, oh, I didn't want to go inside the TARDIS. My goodness. Yeah, that is a mistake. I'm so sorry. You cannot get out of the TARDIS. Actually, there is a different place to go. The TARDIS is actually far, far bigger, but I don't think I know. Because there, here it is. Actually, it's really far, far bigger. That looks big, but that's not as big as it is. That is as big as it is. I didn't want to show you that, but okay, you see, you have a lot of sleeping rooms. It's really, really, really a fun place to stay, and well, it's full of rooms with special functions. I will not reveal you now, but okay, you will find that out on your own. That's not well. That's the secret part of my game. So I will not tell you more at this point. So let's go back. Remember which was the name of the village? Yes. Got it? Astera. Because it's about Asterathea, and we will have to return. If you go with the TARDIS to a town or a village, I will actually put the TARDIS key also here just in case. So I will not always do that by coincidence. We are happy it brought me back to the TARDIS, so we do not have to walk. What I wanted to show you is that here is actually a bridge, so we could also walk. That's not really far distance, but sometimes there is quite a walk and it can be dangerous. So taking a boat is not a bad idea, because on the boat you're quite safe. This is how a flower diagram looks. It's some kind of a circular thing. You will find always some illumination and always name tags. So this is the name tag in English, and you see we have really a lot of different names in English, like Aster, Daisy, Composite or Sunflower Family. German have Kornblütler. There might be more names too, but I didn't want to write them all down. In Spanish, Compuestas, and in Russian, Ostrovie. So you will usually find these 4 languages whenever there is space for it. And you find the Latin name, Asterathea, which is actually the important one. Because if you play with others, yeah, you know, Latin is the lingua franca. It's like the English of other times. And in this Minecraft world as well, Latin is our lingua franca. And here we have a kind of code. That is the flower formula, as your world guide might have told you. And these are kind of like secret keys you will need further on, because you will need to do some kind of coding with these codes and doing some genetical experiments. So note them down in some notebook or something, write them down and keep them with you. How notebooks and these kind of things work, I will show you in another moment, because that is really depending on the game. And here usually you find a kind of entrance like this one. Just go down, they always go down, and don't be afraid, but there you will find a labyrinth. So you will find a kind of labyrinth, and they're quite big, and they are like a kind of escape room. So the only way to find out is to answer the right answers to these questions you will find. And they will be translated always into your language. I prepared that for a German-speaking group, so that's why everything is in German. Here you have to find the symmetry level of these plants. If you are correct, okay, here are just two possibilities, and you find here already the outside. So if you come to the end, there might be some form of climbing up, any form of climbing up, and it brings you to a small room where it says, hey, you're the best, and these kind of things. Just go on these plates and you will get your prize. You see, you got a special flower now, which is called Asterathea, which means that you finished this labyrinth, and you should keep that, because there might be places where you get some code or prize, or you need them just to continue the game. So don't throw them away, don't lose them, keep them in your backpack. So usually this brings you to a higher place where you have an overview about this flower diagram, so you can see how it is drawn, learn it, because you might need to know how to draw a flower diagram at some point. Make sure that you know everything about them, and we have a beautiful view over the village as well. And yeah, if you step on some of the plates, of the pressure plates, it brings you back to the village. And that's it. Now you have done your first village and you can continue your travel to the next one. This was Astera. I'm looking if I have a better view on this beautiful town label. Yeah, this was Astera. And I see you next time when I see you and when I show you another village. Bye, Minefriggs.